Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Happy Tuesday. How's everyone doing today? Don't forget to smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for being here. We got a poll in the chat. If you could direct your attention to the poll in the chat and answer the question. Appreciate you guys. Hey, what's going on? Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin taking a little bit of a retrace. Taking a little bit of a Tuesday off, if you will. Currently trading at 103.75 and 7 cents. A seeming rejection from 106, which is quite interesting, isn't it? We have what looks to be a potentially establishing downtrend, but we have yet to establish a downtrend within this uptrend. We've got bounce, up trend starting. So are we going to continue up from here, or is that going to turn into a rejection and continuation down for this potential channel? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just throwing the idea out there. Prepare yourself. Let's go refresh our liquidation heat map. Currently, we got a red dot on the momentum wave, almost fully reset. Actually, yeah, we're reset. We're like right in the middle, dead center. And we did get a bearish cross over the moving average in the RSI. Reese, what's going on? Dude, you got to DM me on Discord. DayZ is about to, probably next year. I think they're looking at next year. But they're about to add dirt bikes, which is going to be crazy. But we got to get back into it, dude. For sure. We got to get Drew in on it, too. Fiance has been itching to play, so if you're down, we're down. Okay, liquidation heat map. We talked about yesterday the big liquidity cloud to the downside, and we hit it. We hit it. 95 mil at 102.493. Let's go to the 12-hour and zoom in. All right, we've got 103.845. 103.845. What's going on, Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn? Appreciate you for joining. Smash the like button on your way in. 104.580. 104.580. And then 104.906. And then the very tippy top. Reese, do you collect Pokemon cards? 105.640. And then to the downside, we've got 102.377. And I'll just go to the bottom of that cloud. Right here, 101.806. Okay. So that's what we got at the moment. It does look like Bitcoin's getting a nice little reaction off of that 103.4 level. We'll see if we continue to the upside. We did get the bearish cross over the moving average in the RSI. Not anymore. Do you still have them? Or you stopped collecting, or you don't have any at all? I'm curious. So Bitcoin's chilling. We got kind of a M going on. We'll probably get a W. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a W. I don't know if it's going to happen like that. If it's going to happen later at a lower level, who knows? You know what I mean? The 50 simple moving average is at 100,952. The exponential moving average, I think, is at that like 103 level. So, I mean, we closed the weekly above both, so that's exciting. Neither? Okay, interesting. All right. I'm just curious. I don't know. You struck me as a potential Pokemon person. We are down 3.79% on ETH, specifically on the day. Same, looking very similar to Bitcoin. Seemingly rejecting 36, we'll call it. 36.50. Magic the Gathering. Okay. I have like a box of old Magic cards that I don't think are worth anything, but they're really, really old. So I gotta go through and scan them, see if they're worth anything. There's a lot of repeats, a lot of like terrain cards and stuff. I don't know anything about Magic the Gathering. Clearly that's the one that I should have gotten into because that's the one that has the most valuable cards. ETH, bearish cross over the moving average on the RSI. And red dot on the momentum wave crossing into the bearish territory. Outside of that, though, I kind of like where ETH is compared to Bitcoin. ETH kind of has like this kind of neckline situation where it's hovering. Bitcoin is more like down here, it seems. A little more, yeah, a little more frisky with Bitcoin. Starting to eat into that potential inverse head and shoulder. For ETH specifically, I would like to hold 33.66 if we get that low. Close above 35 would be ideal. I don't know if we're going to get that, though. I guess let's hope for a close above 34 for now for the daily. and see where we end up. As long as this uptrend kind of continues. Let's see, are we going to retrace down to wherever this goes? That'd be interesting if we went down to like 33. Looks pretty close. We'll keep an eye on that though. Volume could be better. We got 20 minutes remaining until the daily close contest begins, so make sure you guys stick around for that. Solana is down 6.81% on the day, seemingly rejecting 167. Tried to get above, couldn't quite hold the momentum. Get a bearish cross over the moving average and the RSI. Red dot on the momentum wave pointing to the downside. We'll see where we end up. Can we get a, I don't know, are we going to go oversold on the RSI next? We're going to get a full candle body close on our blue line that we've been watching for quite some time. If we do, I guess the target would be 144 for a bounce there. The Heat said Billy was right. Zcash should have been shorted last night. I don't know anywhere to trade it. Like I legit, I tried looking for that. I don't know where you can even trade Zcash. And it's number 18. Holy cow. That is a negative 23% candle on the week. Yeah, that would have been a good short. Binance, they got it on, but since when do they have it on Coinbase? KuCoin, MXC. Yeah, see, Binance, not allowed in the US. Coinbase doesn't have leverage. KuCoin, not allowed in the US. MXC, they're kind of scamming people, also enforcing KYC. HTX, I think same thing. You'd have to VPN, and that's too much work for me. I can just, trade it elsewhere. Is Zcash on Hyperliquid? That's a good question, actually. How do I even check that? You're accessing our product and services from a restricted jurisdiction? Excuse me? Yes, it is. No, that's ZK. That's something different. It is. Interesting. Dang. There you go. That's your way in. We do not allow access from certain jurisdictions, including locations subject to sanctions, restrictions, and other jurisdictions where our services are ineligible for use. For more information, see our terms of use. If you think this is an error, try refreshing the page or opening a support ticket. Screw you, Hyperliquid. What a meme. VPN's a waste. I think it's such a waste. Why are we getting shellacked again? That's a good question, actually. I do not know. Let me check my sauce for exclusive information. Financial juice. Somebody in the chat recommended this, actually. U.S. Supreme Court extends pause on judge order. Trump administration to fully fund food aid for 42 million Americans this month during federal government shutdown. What? South Korean unemployment rate actual 2.6. Okay. South Korea. Let me look if there's anything specifically for... Can I narrow this down by country? Is that a thing? AMD CEO. Okay, nothing. I don't know if there's anything obvious. Don't use VPN on places that will have KYC. Some people do, some people don't. Tom Selks said Zcash a buy at 430 or going to 0. I have no opinion on Zcash because it got so hyped so fast. I've seen Flavor of the Week coins die 99 times out of 100. So do with that information what you will. Anyways, total 3 down 3.19% on the day. If the total 3 fractal is to be believed, then we should see a relatively decent rebound. Honestly, this chop right here would be the best, in my opinion, the best way to shake people out. Because every time we go down a little bit like this, everyone and their brother is going to insist that we're going to 0 again. I got called a clueless, overhyped YouTuber today. I've never, like, I guess I've never I've tried not to overhype stuff. My titles and stuff are funny on purpose. The stream was from yesterday. It was Bitcoin uptrend continues. Crazy altcoin pumps. Real bull market finally here. There were altcoins that were up like 25-30%. So, I don't know. Hype YouTuber, I feel like was a little unnecessary, but it is what it is. Yeah, Tom Selleck's goats at higher lows. Exactly. Let's see. Fahid said, does anyone think Arthur Hayes sold his Zcash bag based on his last tweet? I don't know. Are we listening to Arthur Hayes? I'm not entirely sure even who that is. Arthur Hayes. The African American gentleman. To sell or not to sell? That is the question. Zcash to 10K or $10. Wow. You know what I want to know actually? Let's do a little bit of fun here. What is the price of Zcash with the same market cap as XRP? $8,797. Wow. What is the price of Zcash? Dang. With the same market cap as ETH. So it's not impossible. It is not impossible. Does anyone know, does Zcash have like an ecosystem built on it? Is it like capable of serving as an L1 privacy layer? Because that'd be kind of cool. BitMax CEO who pumped Zcash to the moon. Okay. Interesting. Tom Selleck said, who called you that? Who called who what? Oh, I don't know. Some random dude on YouTube. His name is... I'll sick you guys on him. His name actually looks like TC Dildo. It's TC-DK6DO. It actually looks like it looks like TC Dildo. So, no offense. No offense to the guy. I don't know if he's a overhype commenter or not. So he's saying there's a chance. I don't know, actually. I mean, the Fractal is calling for a chance. We did finish our full moon situation. And we hit my infinite upside supercycle moon phase crystal charging chakra aura target. So that's bullish. The question is, will number go up or will number go down? That is the ultimate question. ADA's down 6.02% on the day, potentially retesting its breakout, fake out, mommy makeout above the upper trend line again. Probably going to lose it. I wouldn't be surprised if we did one of these again, where it goes like bounce, break. And yeah, that would not surprise me. Everyone's going to get excited. They're all going to open up longs here, and then it's going to go straight to the lower trend line again, just like it did last time. Because memes are funnier than technical analysis. So I wonder if I like to picture the market makers all just sitting around, and maybe they have like NSA access to everyone's webcams. We do have a confirmed red dot on Market Cipher here. I want to point that out. Confirmed red dot on Market Cipher right here on ADA. That is not good. That is a very, very not good thing. When's the last time we got that? Oof. Last time we got that was this double top. Nope. Actually, it was right here and then right here. So we went up a little bit after that, but it was around 89.90 cents. That seems like a bad thing. We got it right here. That was also a top. Right here was 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 a top. So I guess it's subjective because these ones went up. This one went down. These ones went down. This one, I guess, longer term went down. And it just seems a little too wishy-washy for me to really put much faith into it, if I'm being completely honest. But that also might be my like subconscious bias speaking. Tom Selleck said M2 versus Bitcoin is wild right now, totally uncoupled. Oh yeah, I think that's just honestly thrown in the trash, for being completely honest. SNEK is down 8.51%, dancing below 2, which again makes me sad, but it is what it is. Almost oversold. XRP is down 5.15% on the day, rejected 257. Are we going to come back down for a retest of our upper trend line that we broke out of? I feel like that's a possibility. I would look for, I don't know, 222, 220. Franco said, I know about tops. Oh yeah? Is that a gay thing? That sounds like a very gay thing. Happy Tuesday, Franco. I don't know if you've been here for this, but Tuesday is my least favorite day. I'm very vocal about it. Every time I have a really, really crappy day, it's a Tuesday. I had an okay day today. Today was fine. Sometimes I have good Tuesdays, but like If I ever have a bad day, it just happens to be a Tuesday every single time. I've completely given up on Tuesdays. So now I try to like just vibe through them. It's been relatively successful. Some degree of success. XRP struggling a little bit. We got some I don't know, we got some ETF news for XRP, so there's possibilities brewing. We were overbought for a hot second here, so a retrace is not out of the question. I know everyone's asking, why are we retracing? It does seem like a relatively violent retrace, doesn't it? This is the issue. This is what everyone wants to buy the bottom, sell the top. And of course, hindsight, the charts make it harder, I think, because I can see this. I could have bought Bitcoin at 101,696 or 600 and sold it at 106,400. And then right now I could have bought it at 103. So it's easy when you can actually see the moves played out after the fact. And if we continue up from here, it's going to be fine. But like mid to long term, this is going to feel so boring. We just chop up slowly like that. Because every time you get a move, you're going to be like, oh, well, it was just the same price last week. We could be all the way up to like 110. And then if it retraces down to 104, guess what? We were at 104 on November 5th. You know what I mean? We were at 104 on October 10th. We are at 104 in June. It makes it harder when you can see the chart and you know what moves have happened. Where did I delete that? And probably the trajectory. It's all unfortunately very boring until we get the God candles to the upside. Like I said, Tuesday I thought was typically the most bullish day of the week. It might be. I'm not talking for crypto, and I'm just talking like in general. Monday is the first day of the week. You know you have to work the rest of the week. You prepped yourself on Sunday. You woke up early. You're starting your week. Monday's like the fresh start. Wednesday is the middle. You're like, okay, I only got to work 2 days after this. I got 3 out of the way. Majority of the way done. Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Friday, tomorrow's Saturday. Tuesday, what do you have Tuesday? Nothing. Yesterday was Monday, the start of the week. Tomorrow's the middle of the week. Tuesday is just a work day. It sucks. Nobody likes work days. Wednesday, again, I could go through the definitions all day. Tuesdays just suck. Franco said, if you're an alt-tard like me, the best way to time tops for big sells are the resistance and overall alt market charts like others dominance and the total charts like 2 and 3, and of course inverse of Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, I like to look at total 3. Others dominance is very nice as well. We do have a very lovely fractal. Tanks TV said so many days, my head is spinning. That'd be pretty funny if there was only like 1 or 2 days of the week. It makes you think about time though, it really does. Anyways, let's see if we recouple. I'm gonna see this rebound and break 1 trillion next. That's what I want to see. But it might take a minute. We do get a confirmed green dot. HBAR, our ETF golden boy. I would call this, if you wanted me to be bullish, I would call this a bullish retest of the inverse head and shoulder, little triple bottom breakout retest confirmation. If you want me to be bearish, I would tell you if we close below 1783, then it's probably going down to 1644 with a potential bit of resistance at like 1715, maybe? You did cross bearish over the moving average in the RSI. Your green dot is unconfirmed, and you got a red dot on your momentum wave pointing to the downside. Volume looks decent, but the ETF has not... I guess, see, I was going to say the ETF has not helped, but I do think it has. I really do. I think that HBAR is holding up better than other coins. It actually looks like it's like trying to establish some semblance of a not downtrend. I'm not going to call it an uptrend because this is very clearly flat. But it's not down, so that's good. Where are we going to go from here? I have no idea. It is down 8% on the day. SWE is down 6.72% on the day. Struggling to hold $2, it seems. 201.77 right now. If we lose $2 on SWE, it could get spicy. This might also be the shakeout before the actual spike to the upside. For a lot of altcoins, I've noticed a lot of times, and I've talked about it, when they do the double bottom recovery, the second bottom is almost always lower than the first one. And I don't know if that's because everyone's psychologically like freaking out thinking we're going to go lower and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, or if the market maker powers that be push the price lower to get people to open up shorts. I have no clue. I really don't. But I've noticed 9 times out of 10 when there's a right here, this is a perfect example. You get a double bottom recovery, you get your first one, and then you get a lower low, and then all of a sudden a lower low is not bearish and you actually recover and you establish a prolonged uptrend out of this. What is that? Same concept over and over again. And you know what sucks? This broke our little formation that we were watching that had happened so many times before. And for what? October 10th ruined it. Dang it. Stupid market makers. So anyways, SWE is ruined. It's going to 0. I'm just kidding. Don't trade based on that. That was a joke. It's down 6.77% on the day. You got to hold $2. $2 is going to be important psychological level. Ondo's down 6%, potentially retesting this lower trend line turned upper trend line. If we hold above that, great. If we break below it, then look for probably 58. I think this is going to cross. Yeah, I would look for 58 at that point. Maybe you get lucky at 62 with that neckline of this double bottom situation. I don't know, actually. I could make a bullish case for this. The W, the M, the retest, and the explosion. I don't mind it. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. Let's go check out Zebek for WF Capital. Why do I never know what chart to click on for this one? ZBCN. That's why. Because I'm an idiot and I don't know how to type. Here we go. Okay. It is above 36.022, which is great. I like the wick too. That wick is indicative of some serious buy pressure. Dixie said, JJ, breaking news. Flesh is buying votes to gain traction against Dong. How much are they paying? Is this lucrative? Like how many votes do you need for me? All right. Yeah, I like that. I like the buy pressure. Let's get a close above this 36 level and see if we can break 4. That 41.63 is a decent resistance line. 10 ADA. What do I get to vote? To vote for Dong? I'm just kidding. I don't need anything. Where's the vote? You want me to sick my 10 watchers minus yourself and probably myself? You want me to sick my 8 watchers on the poll and go vote for Dong? We travel in a pack. I like the volume here. RSI potentially crossing bearish over the moving average, but we've seen that before. It could result in a quick recovery. Keep an eye out on that. You're not overbought yet. You're hanging out in the overbought section of the market cipher, so keep an eye on that. You also, I don't know, you got green dots, red dots, a lot of dots. There's dots everywhere. It doesn't look bad. 10 ADA, so like a penny. No, it's like $3. That's like $3 whole dollars. Oh, I think it's 5 actually. Whoa, it's $5 whole dollars. Dixie said, "Stay Dong true." I don't know. I'm a pretty cheap buy if somebody wants to buy my vote, unless it's like weird, like saying that Dong is a terrorist organization. In that case, my morals would take over. But if it's just for money, just kidding. Arrow looks really good volume wise. Obviously, the rejection at 123. We got a lot of wicks up there as well. Can we hold? As long as we stay above $1, I'll be happy with this, honestly. Arrow seems to be one of the few coins where we should maybe just be accumulating. We got less than 1 minute remaining until the daily close contest, guys. Avalanche down 6.22%. I want Avalanche to stay above, I don't know, close above 17. Chainlink, close above 15.24. Silver looks great. Getting a little pumpy. 52 is my target for short term. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame on the Bitcoin. Bitcoin currently trading at 103,004 and 94 cents. Get your guesses ready for the daily close contest, ladies and gentlemen. We did update our current standings. Waterfly is now up to 12 victories. Would you look at that? Oh boy, I lost my mouse for a second. All right, daily close. Ladies and gentlemen, 3, 2, 1. Get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Bitcoin 103.49. Very cool. Are we getting a W on the Bitcoins? We got Tom Selleck Scoped coming in with a 102.950. We've got Gourmet Brands Brooklyn coming in with a 103 even. Very nice. So I think this weekend, or maybe soon, maybe like today, tomorrow, I'm going to be ordering a spirit box for some ghost hunting videos. Ooh! Right, just in time for Christmas. As soon as Halloween's over. We got Fahid coming in. I really hurt my finger just now cracking it. Dang. 103. 123.69. Nice. I mean, I don't experience pain. It did not hurt my finger at all. I actually broke it on purpose just to see if I would feel something, and I felt nothing. Bitcoin currently trading at 102.929 and 53 cents. We're getting some red candles here on the 1 minute time frame. Getting a little spicy. I will say the poll got interesting. Currently sitting at 7 votes. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. Really helps the channel. We try to get the 10 likes every single video or every live stream. So if you guys could smash the like button, it would be pretty cool. Dusty said, where can I buy ALX 2049 tokens during pre-sale? I don't know, actually. I'm completely unaware of what that even is. Franco coming in with 102.780. 43%. I asked you guys, up or down before the weekend? Meaning, like, before Saturday, is Bitcoin gonna look green or red? Like, what's the general trajectory gonna feel like? 43% of you guys said up. 43% of you guys said, I don't even know, man. Isn't that why we pay you for? And 14% of you guys said down. Tom Selleck Scott said, Dusty throwing out the scam coins. Dang. Is it a scam? I heard that they actually, they froze a bunch of assets that are affiliated with the Libra Argentina meme coin scam. So that was kind of interesting. Franco said, what the F, Fahid? Or Fahid, what the F? Ban that bot. Is Dusty a bot? He's been nice to me. Guys, I don't get that many viewers. You guys could put up with a scam coin in the damn chat. That's pretty funny. I like that. Tom Selleck Scott said, where can I buy Al Poo Coin 6969? Who's AI Poo Coin? I'm sorry, I thought it was Al. I was like, why would you want to buy Al's poo? That's weird. Who the hell's Al? Alright guys, you got 1 minute 58 seconds remaining on the clock to get your guesses in for the daily close contest. If you guys are not familiar, the daily close contest, you basically are submitting your guess for what you think the daily close price of Bitcoin is going to be on the Binance USDT chart. And within this contest, one winner is chosen. Whoever is closest without going over. It is Price is Right rules. The second your guess is over the daily close price of Bitcoin, it is void. So much so to the point where we have had individuals guess over by 1 penny, and they did lose that day. Closest without going over wins bragging rights, the first 6 digits. If you nail them, then you win $20. If you nail all 8, which includes the change, then you win $300. And the opportunity is daily, and it's completely free to play. All you gotta do is be subscribed, smash the like button, and I don't know, be subscribed. Participate. Franco said, JJ, LOL, okay with scam bots for viewership. That'd be funny if you could, like, I don't think you can pay to, like, bot YouTube. I think that that's only, like, a Twitch thing specifically, and even then, they're very strict about it. But imagine if you could, like, pay for that, but, like, you had to put up with the bots being, like, really weird in your chat. Tyler coming in with 103T. We actually already have a 103, Tyler. You're gonna have to give me something else. Brad Smith said Moon Boys need wrecked. Fred Smith, Bluetooth specifically. Thank you, Fred Smith. What's going on, Fahid? Ah, okay. Fahid is actually on top of this. Thank you. Thank you, sir. What is that currency? Fahid, or Tyler, there's already a 103. You got 10 seconds. Oh, I sent that. I sent that too soon. Ignore that. Ignore that. All right, I'm going to give you an extra 10 seconds. Just pretend that didn't happen. What a shit show. All right. 3, 2, 1. Time's up. I'm sorry, Tyler. You couldn't make it. Are you going all zeros? Oh, man. That's too funny. John Gregory, you are late, my friend. Both of you gentlemen are late. 0 entries for either of you. Right, Tyler trying to guess while at work. I'm sorry, Tyler. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I'm sorry. Rules are rules. We got Fahid coming in with 103, 123, 69. Did I sort these? I did. Jeez. Can I not just press the damn button? Okay. Then we've got Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn. They're like, Tyler, are you texting? He's like, no, I'm jerking off. I'm jerking off. I'm not texting, I swear. 103. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn currently in the lead. Looking like Fahid might take it, though. Who the F was 103? It was actually Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn. Tyler throwing his weight around. 102, 950. Now Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn isn't invited to the pool party. Tom Selleck's goat. And last but not least, we've got Franco. Franco's a little bearish today. 102, 780. Why am I not surprised? Ooh, Fahid had it for a microsecond. 103, 80 and 2 cents. What do we got on the timeline? We got 3 minutes and 14 seconds remaining on the clock. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, me. Tyler said, I effing hate this game. And the stupid ass time. I agree with the time. The game, I think, is amazing. Whoever designed this game and came up with all the rules is probably incredibly sexually attractive and flowing with testosterone and manliness and stuff. And they probably have to literally, like, make themselves look more ugly when they go out in public because they're in a committed relationship and they don't want to be manhandled by a bunch of attractive women all the time. It's a hard life for whoever created the game and their rules. Guys, we've got, what do we got? 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining on the clock. Now, the time zone I can't do anything about it, unfortunately. I talked to George W. Bush about that. Unfortunately, he dodged the shoe and he also dodged the draft. I don't know if that's true, actually. Don't quote me on that. But he did F up daylight savings time. Cheers. Got my Tim Hortons. But they're cute. Tell me this, how is this not like an award-winning cup? This is freaking adorable. I don't know why it's Christmas already. We just said F Thanksgiving, but that's fine. All right. Tyler said he's sexually attracted to men. Ooh, that's weird. I mean, that's not weird, actually. There's nothing weird about that. We accept you, Tyler. We love you and accept you for who you are. I think it's weird that you're married to a woman, though, and you're sexually attracted to men. And you have kids. That's kind of messed up. But to each their own. I still love you. I still love you. Ma. All right, guys. People tuning into the stream are like, what is going on? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is the candle that will determine the fate of our winner. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn has held it this entire time, besides a microsecond that Fahid had it. 103.59.99 coming out of Bitcoin. Fahid is next up. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn, relatively decent sized gap. Tom Selleck's goat with a smaller gap, but he's still in this race. What do we got? 35 seconds. 103.55. Oh, 103.64 even. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What are we thinking? Green or red? It's looking like it might pump. Is Fahid going to take it? 24 seconds left on the clock. It could be anyone's match. We've seen crazier things. It is Tuesday, and the market maker is definitely out to get me. Luckily, I'm not in a position, right? I might be in a position. Uh-oh. I think I'm in a long. I just remembered. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen, in a stunning turn of events. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn wins the daily close contest. The price remained pretty much the same the entire time. Congratulations, my friend. Bitcoin daily close price 103.58.99, 103.58.99, 103.58.99. Congratulations, Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for our winner. Very cool. Nobody was expecting that. All right, Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn. With a guess of 103 even. Congratulations, my friend. You have foiled Mr. Tyler's attempt to be victorious, and you've come out on top. Once again, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for our winner. We got a pretty indecisive, actually no, that's pretty good. Pretty good candle on the 4-hour time frame. Pretty big wick to the downside, which is indicative of some buying pressure. Let me see some bananas spammed in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Very cool. Let's see. Tom Selleck's Goat said, we skip Thanksgiving because no one wants Thanksgiving merch, and they gonna sell. Franco said, crypto bros don't have much to be thankful for. I have plenty to be thankful for. Tom Selleck's Goat said, somewhere right now, Tyler is fuming. He's just at work effing up all the parts. I don't know what he does. He's cutting down all the wrong trees, like just destroying the client's landscaping, or like messing up all the parts at the auto body shop or something. I don't know what happened, sir. I came in here for a windshield. Well, yeah, all your tires just blew as soon as I put it up on the windshield thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yay! Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn is our winner. Congratulations, my friend. Let me add you to the winner's Google Doc in one moment. Let's see. It is November 11th. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn. Which we do know from previous victories that Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn is not Canadian. I am legally obligated to inform all the participants. And, as always, ladies and gentlemen, can I please get a drum roll, please? The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 103 even and an actual Bitcoin daily close of 103.58 and 99 cents on November 11th, 2025. Mr. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn's prize is a pickle. Congratulations, Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn, on your victory. Feel free to enjoy this bad boy. This is a jumbo dill, if you will. May or may not have been made kind of near where I live. Not financial advice. You can split this bad boy up. You can, I don't know, put it on your eyes for a spa day. I know that's a cucumber, but we're men. We like to use pickles sometimes. You can put it on a little charcuterie board, the most manly charcuterie board ever, with just salami and pickles. Or you can slice it in half, share it with maybe one of your fellow competitors. Whatever you do, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again on your victory. Enjoy. Oh, let's see. Not a lot of banana spam in the chat. Not a lot. Billy said, oh shoot, JJ Tyler's standings look hidden because of the background image. What? He has to be Canadian. His prize, a big green cock. Mr. Tyler's winning. Tyler won. He's at 41 right now. Then we got, I don't know what words I'm saying. We got Mr. Tyler in first place with 41 wins. Tom Selleck's Goat in second place with 28. Fahid in third with 25. Mr. Robbers and Giovanni Fontes in fourth, tied with 16. J-Shear 2.0 and Hoffs in 5th, tied with 15. 6th place, Waterfly. 7th, Janix. 8th, Degenair and Dremmer. And Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn now. I'm going to have to update that, which is very exciting because we were running out of room. I didn't want to have to kick anybody off because that makes me feel bad, so then it gets ugly. Let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I appreciate you guys for being here. Don't forget to smash the like button. It really helps the channel. Spread the love, spread the word, spread the gospel. That is the fractal farquad, if you will. We pretty much went through everything. I'd like to see a rebound going forward. We are still in that territory of high or low for like 9 out of 10 of these coins. Probably 10 out of 10, but we'll see. Chainlink and Avalanche. They both look good. Doge, Near. Yeah, it is what it is. Kind of looks the same as yesterday. Silver I did want to take a little more in-depth look at. We did measure this fugly inverse head and shoulders because that is what it is. It's not, if it's not perfect, then it's fugly. That's like the shallowest, most absurd thing I've ever said, but it is what it is. We measured our target on this, and I like to be a little more frugal with my targets, and we ended up with 52. So we'll see if we get a reaction at 52. That does not mean that we are going to immediately reject 52. That's just an idea. All right, Delmer. I like that I don't know what's happening. My channel is being targeted by these bots for this scam coin, but it's kind of exciting. I hope that they target just like everything all the time, including my videos and stuff. Troy Refshog? Refshog? That's a sick name. That looks sweet. What's going on, my friend? Billy said, JJ, where are my standings? I successfully guessed like 6 to 8 times. No, you did not, Philly. Let me see. Philly, you have 2 victories for the year of 2025, my friend. First one being May 13th, and second one being May 18th. You have not won in a very, very long time. Let's see. Cryptospaces said this chat is so positive when the market is trash, lol. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of veterans if we're being completely honest. Most of us have been here for at least a full cycle. We lived through like, what was Solana at $5? Bitcoin was 17, 15, 16, 17K. ADA went down to 25 cents. Google Doc is undefeated. That's the one place where I thrive because my memory is really bad, but if I put it in there immediately, then we're good to go. Every once in a while, I'll miss one and I'll have to reference it later, and I only know that because the dates will be wrong. 2 victories. What the F? What do you have against me? Time, Philly. Time is against you. All right, guys, let's go take a look at gold. Silver looks great. Gold, on the other hand, gold actually looks decent. Me and my boss were talking about it. He's got some ridiculously crazy target, but I mean, I'm not mad at it. He's just looking for it to happen a lot sooner than I would expect it to happen. But we've got 2 trends, 2 prevailing trends. This one goes back to September, and then we got our little deviation right here. This was like a very solid, well, let me make this less transparent. A very solid uptrend, very strong, solid uptrend. And then we kind of got a little double top action right here. Broke below that trend and established a new trend. And so far, that new trend is holding up quite well. Now, if we take this all into consideration and we like this potential, you can call it a triple bottom, you can call it inverse head and shoulders, whatever you want to call it, the target has been hit for the most part, almost perfectly. If you measure the entire thing, that's literally your target right there. We did get a reaction there. The target does not mean that it has to go to 0 after that. We got a reaction there, retraced a little bit, and now we're continuing to the upside. Gold appetite is back. How long is it going to take until we break above that $4,400 target? I'm going to guess if we continue on this trajectory, I would actually like to see it by the end of November. But time will tell. Billy said, Crypto Spaces, this chat is ass. Billy, you make sure you be nice to our new people. We don't get a lot of them. Tom Selk Scout said, I watched Sol go from $2.50 to $5 last cycle. I watched Luna go from 100 to under a penny. Nothing shocks me anymore. I'm also very good at losing money. Yeah, we all are. It's quite fun, especially if it's money that you can afford to lose. You know what's even more fun, though? Not losing money. when you do the opposite of that, that's when it gets really crazy. All right, gold looks great. DXY kind of slowly grinding up, looking good. Which I guess technically isn't good for us. What do we got? A little triple bottom action. I'm not going to call that an inverse head and shoulder because the neckline would be like the craziest neckline ever. But it's kind of a triple bottom. We got this clear trend line here that looks really good on the daily. What I would like to see, we broke below that. Broke below it the first time, rejected, got a little double bottom. Hopefully we're rejecting again. I don't know if this is the rejection or if we're going to come up one more time and do a hard rejection. Either way, going down I think is better for assets like crypto. But I suppose that's not like law. I'm sure the DXY can go up while crypto pumps as well. I just don't know how correlated they would have to be. MicroStrategy, aka Big B Coffee, according to their new logo, currently sitting at 230.6. They were going up for a little bit, and then they came right back down 3.15 on the day. Are they? See, I don't want to be bearish on MicroStrategy because I feel like that's kind of counterintuitive to what I stand for. I want crypto to go up. But the chart looks bad. This is a bad looking chart. Like this last time you had a top, you had a nice retrace, it didn't go all the way down, and then you kind of lingered. And this looked totally fine, and then it broke out. We measured that, we watched that happen the whole time, it was great. This time around, you have a top, you held support, you had a second top, now you're coming down. If you lose this level, this is like your last hurrah right here. Your last chance. And there's confluence here, there really is. You got resistance, you got support, 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 support. You need to hold this. If you break below it, you are at least probably going down to 186. I'm sure they could do a fake out below it. I have, you know, I'm speaking in hyperbole, but just be careful. If you're a MicroStrategy person, what is the purpose of buying MicroStrategy if you could just buy Bitcoin? You know what I mean? NASDAQ actually looks really good. S&P also looks great. Bitcoin dominance is above 60. We got a pretty fat green candle in the last 4 hour, which is not great for alts, but it is what it is. What are we going to do? Can we get a rejection at 60.5 next if we are going to continue this uptrend? We got a potential, I don't know, do you want to call that an MW? If you do, then this 60.5 is going to be your neckline, and I would like to see that reject. Tom Solixgoat said Luna dumped because it depegged. I watched it burn in real time. Yeah, dude, Luna was crazy. Luna dumped because of their stablecoin. Some crazy person, Do Kwon. Chronic said, that's better. What up, JJ? What's going on, Chronic? Do Kwon, for some reason, was like, hey, let's make it so that this algorithmic stablecoin can just print or burn Luna to keep it pegged to the value of the US dollar. And then we were going into a bear market, so the prices were dropping, and this thing just had to print. And guess what? People who are smart probably opened up shorts and just made bank on that thing literally going to zero. So I think I gotta fix my webcam, it's all foggy. Nope, I gotta deactivate. Does it look weird when my border's still there and my face isn't there? Boo. Alright. Billy said, remember all the Voyager people that were heavily into the VGX token? See, I was a Voyager. I was like a diehard Voyager guy until I figured out what the spread was. Their UI, though, was beautiful, dude. Whoever they had designed that was... I still have not experienced a UI user interface situation as butter smooth as Voyager, which sucks because I'm kind of scarred now. Whenever something's like too good, when it looks too good and it's really nice and smooth and easy to use, I'm always like, ooh, is this a scam? But I never got into the token. I never got into any exchange tokens, which is probably dumb. I probably could have made a crap ton of money, but it is what it is. Billy said, from 100 to under a penny. Ouch. Mr. Roberts said 2024 DXY, Bitcoin, and SPY all up and right in the final months of the year. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Billy said, Crypto Spaces JK, this channel, and friends of some of the best people. My bad, Luna crashed because of the DPEG. Yeah, it was crazy, dude. It was crazy. Tom Selleck Scout said, Novogratz getting a Luna tattoo was the top signal. Didn't Doquan name his daughter Luna? That's crazy. Franco said, Idiot George bought a lot of Luna as it was dying. Those couple days it was going to zero. Oh yeah, let me check on my let me check on my George token that I bought. I forgot about that the other day. I was gonna check on it. I'm down like 20%. No, I'm not. How much am I down? I'm down 25%. Thanks, George. Great. What a wonderful coin. I'm just joking. Philly said Zcash is starting to bleed. Yeah. Shorting that might not be a bad idea. Not financial advice, though. Tom Solxigo said Jordan said buy more ZEC if it gets to 430. Do with that what you will. I don't see his posts anymore, man. I'm still following him and stuff. I don't know why. X shows me like the only stuff that I don't care about. I literally have to like seek things out. The algorithm got so messed up. All right, we got some news articles, guys. Let me check this really quick. U.S. Supreme Court extends pause. That's the last thing. Okay, nothing updated. We got news segment. Let's do Q&A. I'm just kidding. Cryptos R Us posted McRib is back. I posted this in the Discord every single time the McRib returns. Number go up. So do with that information what you will. I'm excited. I'm also definitely going to buy a McRib. I don't care how fake it is. It's delicious. 750, what is that, billion added to Gold's market cap today. Very cool. Congratulations, Gold. Where's Peter Schiff? I also haven't seen anything from him in forever. Although I do see Peter Schiff more than I see Jordan, which is incredibly upsetting because that means X thinks that I want to see Peter Schiff more than Jordan. Philly said, Jesus, JJ, you really bought that I am George token? It's his it's his Clash thing. I don't know, because it's funny. And it might actually do good. He seems like the kind of person that wouldn't rug his community, but if he does, I don't really give a crap. This George, it's literally called George Plays Clash Royale. This dude has so much money that he made a token called I play one specific mobile game on my phone. And everyone's like, oh yeah, let's do it, dude, buy the Clash thing. And he's like building on it. It's really funny to me. I don't know why it's so funny. It's fully circulating. It's got, what does it have? A $40 million market cap? I mean, it seems like a no-brainer to me. Imagine the bull market kicks off. And then everyone and their brother's like, oh my gosh, dude, if you bought this and it went to $1, you know, as soon as the TikTok people get a hold of it, it's going to go. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that's all it takes. Look at XRP. And they actually have, like, underlying utility. Regarding the news, the scammers are out full-fledged in the 2K stimulus payment. Oh, I haven't got any calls yet. I got a call today, and it was like, we've been trying to serve you papers, and we're required to call you within 72 hours. And I'm like, shoot, what happened? Because I haven't been served papers since I was a kid, you know, since I was a dumb teenager. And I click the button, and it calls back, and they're like, can I help you? I'm like, yeah, I got a call saying that you guys got to drop some papers off or something. They're like, yeah. And then they name this guy who I've been getting phone calls for like 12 years. They're like, Clayton? And I'm like, yeah, no, that's not me. I've been receiving phone calls for this man for over a decade. And they're like, okay, I'll mark it on the thing. And I'm like, geez, every time, dude, I've had that happen with the electrical bill, too. They're like, we're going to shut your electricity off. And I'm like, what? Never had any utilities shut off before. So I call them. I'm like, you guys said you're going to shut my electricity off? They're like, yeah, Clayton. I'm like, no, JJ. And then they're like, oh, yeah, you're in good standing. And I'm like, can you take my number off of the other guys? Because I almost had a heart attack. It's middle of winter and you guys are going to shut my electricity off. You know, I answer the phone and that's what I'm thinking. They're like, no, we're not allowed to. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'll just keep getting heart attacks then. That's fine. Every time I get a phone call, it may or may not be for some random dude named Clayton. Senate passes bill to reopen the U.S. government. Very cool. I feel bad, but I feel like Scott Bassett kind of looks like a lesbian. Am I wrong? Is that bad? Is that a mean thing to say? He said, tariffs help consumers. I genuinely, and I don't know if maybe I've been brainwashed, I do feel like they are beneficial. And everyone's like, well, imports and stuff like that. I don't buy that much stuff from overseas. I don't think I buy anything from overseas. I've looked, like, most of the stuff I buy is from Mexico or Canada. And sure, we have tariffs on them too, but that's fine, whatever. Mr. Robert said my real name is Clayton too, JJ. But I don't know. I think tariffs are a good thing. Franco said, Clayton, you just won $1 million. Yeah, I'm Clayton. If it's cash, man, I'll go be Clayton for that's my concern though. Like, what if they do that and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna steal this guy's identity. I show up and it's the cartel and they like mug me and beat me up. And they're like, you're not Clayton? I'm like, no, I was just trying to get the money. Take my number off the list. They do nothing and laugh behind the scenes. Exactly, dude. Okay, we got SoFi becoming the first nationally chartered U.S. bank to launch Bitcoin and crypto trading. Very cool. This guy looks like he, like, evolved from a fish once upon a time. China says it's ready to work with the U.S. to maintain stable global supply chain. I like that every day they're like, we're ready to suck Donald Trump's penis. We're ready to smack Donald Trump's ass. Like, every day they say some weird shit. Like, they have to keep us in the loop of, like, everyone cooperating. We're ready to be best friends. Crypto czar David Sachs says the U.S. is a major step closer to becoming the crypto capital of the world. Jim Cramer says we are testing the rally today. Thanks, Jim Cramer. Oh, look at that. Who managed to buy ALX 2049? I actually bought the whole supply. The whole supply. We should all just call JJ Clayton. Dude, that would probably actually, like, when the telemarketers start, like, scrubbing YouTube via AI and stuff, they're going to associate my face with Clayton. I almost feel like, because the phone number thing, I'm not very present online. Like, I live stream and stuff. Facebook, not there. I think MySpace was the last time I really put anything on social media. Clayton's Cryptic Corner. Oh, shit. The AI is going to assume that I'm Clayton. I was talking to my boss about it, and I'm like, what happens when they, like, trace my phone? And then they, like, tackle me to the ground and arrest me because Clayton is, like, some, like, drug smuggling warlord. And they just assume that I'm him because I've been him for over a decade. I understand when you get a new phone for, like, maybe 1 or 2 years getting calls for the previous owner. It's been over a decade, and I'm still getting calls for this guy. What? Billy said tariffs equal 100% positive. Listening to CNN's explanation is what spreads misinformation. They're talking about it being a tax and stuff like that. It is, but it's a tax on the asshole that's, like, importing a Ferrari or whatever the hell, you know? Like, all of these places that charge nickel for this junk that they import from China, now they have to charge 2 nickels. Who cares? Big whoop. Oh no, the 50-cent Chinese finger trap is now $1? Oh no. My kid's birthday party is going to cost me $50 instead of $25? What? Who cares? It's a tax. If it's a tax, that's a tax. It's extra income. Don't buy imported shit. Buy stuff that's made in America for quality, probably for cheaper now than the tariff stuff, or deal with it. I don't care. Billy said, hey, Clayton, can you do AI on I Am George token? I don't know what do AI means. Jim Cramer says we're testing the rally today. Thanks for ruining everything, Jim Cramer. This was cracking me up. The Jim Cramer quotes today were cracking me up. This one right here. Jim Cramer says, we could really use some blockchain on a day like today. What are you talking about? What does that even mean? Boy, I could really use some blockchain on a day like today. It's not a drug, Jim Cramer. What are you talking about? That face says it all. He's like, oh, was that funny? Was that clever? I don't know what blockchain is. Robinhood says crypto is becoming the infrastructure for the global financial system. Hell yeah, it is. President Trump says he believes the House will vote to end the U.S. government shutdown. Let's go. BlackRock executive says Ethereum is the infrastructure for Wall Street. Whoa, that's actually huge. XRP ETF news. Canary Funds XRP ETF files 8A will go live possibly Thursday. Very cool. Alpha SoftBank reportedly sold their entire Nvidia stake for $5.8 billion. I do believe that has been confirmed since then. Tom Selksgoat said, I saw that Kramer post and was like, what the F does that even mean? Dude, I was cracking up when I read that. Like, this one's fine. He's like, testing a rally today, whatever. And then he goes, we could really use some blockchain on a day like today. What does that mean, Jim Kramer? What are you using the blockchain for on a day like today? What happened today that makes you think we could really use some blockchain? What are you doing with the blockchain, Jim? It's just, like, it's the most boomer thing to say. Mr. Roberts said, Clayton, can you do TA on ooh rare earth chart, please? You guys ever see that video? I think it's like Taylor Swift or something. It might have been Pink or like Katy Perry. But they're like doing their music and they're singing whatever. And then they put the mic in some chick's face and she goes like, ooh. It's so stupid. Whenever Mr. Roberts wants me to look at that ticker, that's all I can think of. Ooh. Oh god, that's stupid. That's so stupid. Alright, do some TA on ooh. Okay. It's looking very similar, weirdly enough, to gold, actually. Oh, look at that. You got a lower trend line that is very, very, very relevant. You got 1, 2. You just went down for your third hit. You could possibly do a little W off that bad boy right here. That'd be pretty sick. Volume was through the roof for that spike, which is awesome. That's exactly what you want to see. You had almost no volume right here. You got better volume up here, and the price is higher, which is also what you want to see. Increasing volume, increasing price. I guess you want to make sure you don't break below your lower trend line, which right now, if you went straight down from where you're at, would be 14. So stay above 14 and you'll be in a good spot. RSI looks good, potentially bouncing off the moving average. Red dot in the momentum wave. Potential downside, short term. It looks good though. It looks really good. Yeah, I actually like it. Energy fuels. All right, stop calling me Clayton. Let's go do TA on the JJ token. What's the JJ token? Congratulations, Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn, once again on your victory. Enjoy your pickle. Bitcoin currently trading at 103, 137, and 74 cents. Former BlackRock executive, we read that already. Okay, this is a big one. SoftBank, the Japanese investment giant led by Mayoshi's son, has made several notable moves in the cryptocurrency space in 2025, marking a return to crypto after pausing blockchain investments around 2023 amid market downturns. While the firm was heavily pivoted toward AI, example, massive OpenAI commitments, its recent crypto activity focuses on Bitcoin exposure and related infrastructure. Imagine a pivot from AI to crypto. Just for a second. Imagine it. Its recent crypto activity focuses on, you have read that. Here's a breakdown of the key deals based on reports from this year. Major Bitcoin-focused venture, 21 Capital, April 2025. SoftBank partnered with Tether, Bitunix, and Cantor Fitzgerald to launch 21 Capital, also referred to as XXI or 21 Capital, a Bitcoin accumulation vehicle modeled after MicroStrategy. SoftBank committed approximately $900 million to acquire Bitcoin, around 10,500 Bitcoin at $85K average price, according to Reuters. Total initial Bitcoin contributions over 42,000 Bitcoin, 3.6 billion valuation, with Tether 1.6 billion in Bitcoin, Bitunix 600 million, and SoftBank. The entity merged with a Cantor-backed SPAC, Cantor Equity Partners, to go public, aiming to become one of the largest corporate Bitcoin holders, third behind MicroStrategy and Marathon at launch, according to Wikipedia. Leadership Strike CEO Jack Mallers as co-founder / CEO. SoftBank holds a significant minority stake, reportedly 25% in some structures. This represents Sun's largest institutional Bitcoin bet, contrasting his personal $130 million loss on Bitcoin in 2018. Interesting. Somebody that literally is running one of the largest banks on the planet, allegedly, took a $130 million loss on Bitcoin. That actually, I find that really hard to swallow. Why would you commit to that? Grayscale officially launched options trading for its Solana Trust ETF G-Sol today, November 11th, 2025. Very cool. 24-hour total liquidations, 510.6 million. In the past 24 hours, 151,274 traders were liquidated. The total liquidations comes in at 510.6 million. The largest single liquidation order happened on Bitunix for a value of 12.85 million. Damn. Yeah, man, when there's that liquidity, especially when it happens that fast, they grab it. Kobayashi later posted, President Trump says the Supreme Court was given the wrong numbers and ruling that his tariffs are illegal would result in over $3 trillion in refunds. That's crazy. The Fed's balance sheet may soon expand again. The Treasury General account has surpassed $900 billion for the first time since 2021. What happened in 2021, you say? Oh, that's right. The bull market. Just saying. The TGA is the U.S. government's main checking account at the Federal Reserve, used to hold and spend federal funds. It has now risen by $666 billion since June. That's not poetic, is it? Herman, who has already bought AI X2049 tokens during the pre-sale? Me, I bought all of them. You can't have any. Dumbass. I'm not even talking to a person. I'm just wasting my energy. But I always say something stupid, especially when I get the phone calls. I like to say like poop or something dumb, just in hopes that someone's going to reference it later. Because I always wonder, I'm like, do they listen to the recording later to like hear if I say like my social security number or something? And then every time they listen to mine, it's just me saying something stupid or like talking in a funny voice. Okay. Clayton getting upset with you calling Clayton. The Fed's balance sheet, as the TGA rises, it makes short-term borrowing in the repo market more expensive, where banks and institutions lend and borrow overnight using treasuries as collateral. Repo market activity now runs at $3 trillion daily, tripling over the last 3 years. As demand for short-term cash rises with tighter liquidity conditions, if these funding pressures persist, the Fed may have no choice but to expand its balance sheet again to stabilize markets. Liquidity cracks are widening. Billy said, JFC, what the F with all the multiple scammers? I think that they're boosting my numbers, so I'm totally okay with them. If I got to delete a chat every 10 minutes, I'm totally okay with that. All right, let's end our poll. Let's see the results. 17 votes. Ooh, that's pretty good. Do we have 17 likes is the question. Have you guys smashed the like button yet? I asked you guys up or down before the weekend. 35% of you said up. 35% of you said down. 30% of you said, I don't effing know, man. Isn't that why we pay you for? That's pretty funny. That's good stuff. I like it. 35-35. Nice even split. Buster said, will the AI X2049 token presale start soon? Oh. Scammers means market about to go up, right? Right? I mean, we haven't seen scammers since the market went up, so probably. Not financial advice. Breaking, crypto funds saw 1.2 billion in net outflows last week, the second largest since March. This also marked the second consecutive weekly decline. Bitcoin led outflows at 932 million, followed by Ethereum at 438 million. Meanwhile, Solana posted 118 million in inflows last week and 2.1 billion over the last 9 weeks at the same damn time. Short Bitcoin products saw 12 million in inflows, the highest since May 2025. Last week, downswing was material. Mr. Roberts said I answer my phone by blurting out my address and social security number every single time. That's the only way to answer. Otherwise, people don't know for sure that it's you answering. Adam Kobayashi, the man himself. Tom Selk-Scott said, don't forget your mother's maiden name. Yes, and the street you grew up on, your childhood best friend, and the name of your first pet as well. The math is simple. Rate cuts into stagflation plus $600 billion a year in Magnificent 7 capex plus $2,000 tariff stimulus checks, own assets, or be left behind. Billy said, JJ, stop talking to the people on the phone. They copying your voice for AI. I actually know that, like legit. That is why when you guys see me answer an unknown number, I go, hello? I do a stupid voice. That way. And again, this is another, like, I'm hoping that this will result in a hilarious moment where my mom gets a call and it's like, Mom, I need help. I need you to send money. and it's gonna be in like the stupid Kermit the Frog voice because that's the only vocal sample that they have from me. I mean, it's pretty funny. It's pretty good stuff. Job market pessimism among Americans is rising at a concerning pace. 71% of U.S. consumers expect an increase in unemployment over the next 12 months, the highest since 1980's peak. This percentage has doubled in less than a year and is now above the 2008 peak. Additionally, the perceived probability of job loss among consumers hit 23%, the second highest in at least 15 years. Such grim labor market sentiment has never been seen outside of a recession. Fears about unemployment have almost never been this elevated. I really do believe it's because of AI. U.S. corporate earnings growth is booming. S&P 500 quarterly earnings growth is up 18% year over year in Q3 2025, the highest since Q3 2021. Again, another bull market year. Excluding the post-pandemic recovery, this marks the strongest growth since 2018. This comes as 6 of the 11 S&P 500 sectors reported positive average EPS growth in Q3, a material improvement from just 2 sectors in Q2. Additionally, median profit growth in the Russell 3000 index hit 11% year over year, the highest since Q3 2021, and up from 6% in Q2. Overall, the frequency of earnings beats is now among the highest on record. Earnings momentum is incredibly strong. Billy said they should start doing a podcast using the JJ Funny voice. That would be great. Gold price expectations among retail investors are surging. U.S. consumers now expect gold prices to rise 6% over the next 12 months, the highest reading in at least 12 years. This marks a 1.5 percentage point increase since January. By comparison, the pre-pandemic era average was 2.5%. To put this differently, Americans now expect gold price increases to double the U.S. inflation rate. Rising deficit spending, geopolitical instability, and economic uncertainty are driving this trend. Consumers are banking on the gold rush. Interesting. Are retail buyers going to be left holding the bag? That's a great way to transfer wealth, I'll tell you. Economic optimism among global... This one's funny because this is the opposite of the retail pessimism. Economic optimism among global corporate executives is rising. Mentions of economic slowdown during Q3 2025 earnings calls fell to 221, the lowest since Q1 2007. This marks a minus 84% decline from the 1,410 mentions in Q1 2025. By comparison, the Q3 2022 peak was 2,882. Wow! While the financial crisis peak was 7,331 in Q4 2008. Meanwhile, the number of news stories mentioning economic slowdown has fallen 5,800 since April to 2,100 in October, the lowest since June 2021. Another bull market year. Hello, are we paying attention? This is also the second lowest reading since 2018. Corporate sentiment about the global economy is strong. Who has more money, guys? Retail investors or corporate America? I'm just saying. The people with the money know more about the money. Insight. If your crypto wallet became more than just a place to store tokens, what if your crypto wallet became more than just a place to store tokens? It's fast evolving into your digital passport, unlocking identity, finance, and access across Web3. Hell yeah, let's freaking go. This one was crazy. Argentina has frozen assets tied to the Libra token scandal. Could the $120 million fraud case spark tougher cross-border enforcement? Probably not. Quantum computing is threatening today's encryption, warns researcher Gianluca Di Bella. That's a sick name. Harvest now, decrypt later. Attacks could expose data. Will we move fast enough to adopt post-quantum cryptography? Here's my question. Why are we using them to decipher encryption, modern encryption? Why don't we use the quantum computers to encrypt? Am I crazy? Is that not what we should be doing? It sounds like we fight fire with fire. Cypherpunk privacy is account level. Institutional privacy is system level. Until that layer exists, big finance stays on the sidelines, says ZK Sync developer. I don't know, I guess, what that means. It's interesting, though, coming from somebody that actually knows more than me about the tech. China's CVerk alleges a U.S. role in the 2020 Libyan hack and question how Department of Justice accessed 127K Bitcoin. The U.S. filed its largest ever forfeiture in October and says it already holds 127,000 Bitcoin in custody. That is 127,000 more Bitcoin than we had before. That's pretty sick. Senate approval, that's also 127,000 Bitcoin that will never, ever circulate again. More than likely, based on what we've heard from Donald Trump. Senate approves bill to end 40-day U.S. government shutdown. House vote expected later this week. That's probably what did it today. They weren't like, people were probably buying up the market, expecting the government to open up right away. And when they realized that there was an extra step, they all turned around and went home. U.S. dollars are back. This one's a good one. This is a good post. U.S. dollars are backed by the full faith and credit of the U.S. government. What if you don't have full faith in the government's promises? Easy Bitcoin. That is also why people with more money, or a higher net worth at least, don't hold cash. Cash is king at the end of the day because everyone accepts cash. But if you are saving, or you have a large lump sum that you're not going to spend tomorrow, it should be in assets or commodities or precious metals or literally anything but cash. Not financial advice. That's just my opinion. The IRS treats crypto as property. It's not taxable right away. If you exceed 19K per person in 2025, file Form 709 documentation matters. Guys, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but it's not that hard to pay your taxes. It's really not. You know what's really hard? Serving jail time. You know what's really stupid? Going to prison for tax evasion. If you end up in prison and they're like, what are you in for? And you're like, tax evasion, they're going to beat the shit out of you. Because they're going to think that you have a crap ton of money. You're going to be paying everyone's commissary. You're going to be somebody's boyfriend. And you're going to have to clean up after everybody. Just pay your taxes. It's not that hard. Not financial advice, though. To each their own. Do what you got to do. Bitcoin filled its CME futures gap at 104K after the Wall Street Open. Data shows whales selling local highs while bulls need a clean break above 107,500 to flip momentum. Update Prize Picks teams with Polymarket to bring event markets beyond fantasy to sports, entertainment, and more. Honestly, kind of genius. I'm into it. We got 15 people watching at the moment. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. If you're new, subscribe. We do a daily close contest every single day where there's a chance for you to win up to $300. It's a ton of fun, so stick around for that. Plan C posted. Key support sits at $103,800 to $105,000. CME gap at 103.8. I believe that has filled. This post was from 10 hours ago. If we break support, we're probably heading back to 99,000 to 100,000. But if we get a strong bounce, we could see a full recovery up to 110K. Very cool. So far, unfortunately, we're just lingering. Franco said, I don't think DJ Crypto can survive prison, him and his gift cards. Oh, he's still doing that? Let's see. Bitcoin 102,901 and 29 cents. All right, then we go up. Bitcoin Magazine posted, Bitcoin supply on exchanges has fallen to a new low. Bullish. Supply and demand, simple supply and demand. It's very easy. When the supply decreases, it's easier to get more money for the product because it's harder to obtain. And that is why number go up. That is also why inflation happens, because the market gets flooded with capital. 0x Nobler posted, Bitcoin is dumping hard. BlackRock is selling. Binance is selling. Wintermute is selling. In just 30 minutes, they've dumped over 1 billion and keep selling nonstop. Don't get shaken out. This is pure manipulation. Again, not financial advice. I'm at the point, especially now time-wise, I'm not a patient guy. Having waited, in my opinion, a year later than we were expecting, I'm holding to zero at this point. If we do go to zero, I'm holding to zero. That's the thing, though. The risk-reward, by definition, is worth holding to zero, because the downside stops at zero. The upside, however, is literally infinite, and I'm happy with my entries. If we go below my entries, then I will be even happier, because I will be able to lower my average. Mr. Roberts said, speaking of taxes, if anyone has had losses in a non-tax protected account, make sure you know what tax loss harvesting is. It will save you money. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, if Trump uses Bitcoin to pay off debt, does it mean he has to sell it to pay it off? Or do you think he'll leverage it for a loan so he can still keep it? Here's the thing. Tether holds Bitcoin and mints stablecoins on top of it. So if they have, let's say just one to one. Tether has one Bitcoin. They mint 102,974 USDT. So if the United States does that with our 127,000 Bitcoin that we have now, we can mint whatever the dollar amount is in whatever, maybe we make our own stablecoin. And then suddenly we've turned our non-liquid Bitcoin, technically, because we're holding it, into liquid stablecoin, which is backed 1-to-1 for US dollar value with Bitcoin. And then if that Bitcoin goes up over time, then look, that's just like profit on top of the Tether that we can mint. So technically, no, he would not have to sell it. I also believe that whatever infrastructure they've set into place so far is kind of hinged on the idea that we're not going to sell. Herman, thank you for your interaction with the stream, but we don't want to buy your scam. Thank you. Billy said, Franco, DJ Crypto did what? He's got a little thing where you can buy, I don't know, you like sell your crypto for gift cards or something. Oh, excuse me. That's my idea. And I was helping him design the logo. And he said it was good. I said I was not done. He said it was good. He paid me for it. I was like, okay. And then he got mad for some reason. I don't remember. Because I think we got into an argument because he said you have no privacy outside legally. And I proved him wrong because by law, if you are in your yard with a reasonable expectation of privacy, like your backyard, and somebody's like peeping, then they are breaking the law and can go to prison. But he insisted that that was not true. And then when I posted the article, he like lost his tits. It was kind of funny, actually. And then I posted that stupid picture of me with my little baby screwdriver. my little drill. That was a good picture. Classic. All right, Quentin 048.eth posted, McDonald's just brought back the McRib last 3 times they did. Bitcoin went vertical right after the McRib indicator has never missed. It looks like it's time for another leg up. Let's friggin' go. McRib returns, explosion, McRib returns, explosion, McRib returns, explosion, McRib returns, explosion. It's literally like Dora the Explorer. It's not that hard, guys. A massive run for altcoins is imminent. This is total total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And we got hammer candle, hammer candle, hammer candle. We are right at that same level. Looks like maybe retesting a breakout. I don't know. It's a little subjective. Probably depends on time frame and candles. For all I know, this is Heikinashi. And looks like possible number go up scenario. We do like number go up. We've got Bitcoin dominance just broke every time this happens. Altcoins explode. 2021 check. 2025 loading. The real alt season signal just flashed. That is from Merlin the Trader. Alt season. Start alt season. End alt season. 50 EMA, start alt season. I mean, it looks pretty good to me. And then last but not least, we've got Alt Crypto Gems posting Bitcoin dominance is still holding this local uptrend. Buster said share where to buy pre-sale. Actually, you just have to donate to my channel via Super Chat. And the pre-sale that you get is just me reading your Super Chat. That is what you get. You could tokenize it afterwards if you want, but you got to do it yourself. It's very manual. Bitcoin dominance still holding this local uptrend. Whenever we stay above that trend, altcoins have suffered, and every time we trade below, altcoins have rallied. So if you want to see our beloved alt season, we should definitely lose this trend and break down. We've got altcoins down when dominance is, I guess, kind of up. It's like sideways and up. And then when it breaks below and dumps, altcoins pump. Right now we're doing the sideways up thing with dominance, and Bitcoin is outperforming altcoins. So we need to lose that trend. I would like to know the time frame on this. I might go check that Bitcoin dominance 4-hour. What is this? Is it like the 50 EMA? I don't know. Let's go check. I'm going to get rid of Fu Manchu. I'm going to put... And then I'm going to go to the daily, maybe? Let's go to the daily. Yeah. Okay. Shoot. Well, hang on. This is... No, that's 2025. This is 2024. Yeah, what? So we had this little retreat moment for dominance for a good chunk of the year. Dominance is recovering right now. Where are we going from here? I guess, is it this? The dark blue. What is the dark blue? Is our 200. Mr. Barber said, I'm trimming and gluing 1.5 or 1 1/12 scale seats in the flatbed of an RC crawler. Love being a man-child, LOL. Mr. Robbers, what did that remind me of? I was watching a video of these guys. They have these mini RC cars that are like this big, and they're on a soccer field that's like made to scale for these RC cars, and playing basically Rocket League in real life with 2 goals and a little soccer ball. And there's like blue cars and red cars, and everyone's got their own little remote control. And I was like, that looks like so much fun. Gourmet Brands Brooklyn said, if you're on a public sidewalk and I can see in your backyard, it's not illegal. You can't trespass the eyes. That is true. But again, reasonable expectation of privacy. If you can see in the backyard from the sidewalk, that's not reasonable. If you have like a fenced in backyard, his argument was that he could fly a drone and spy on you, because that's not illegal. But that is. If I'm in my backyard and I have privacy fence and you're flying a drone looking at me tan while I'm naked, you will go to prison. And he insisted that I was wrong, and I proved it with like whatever the stupid legal jargon was. And he got really upset. Okay, Bitcoin dominance. I think this is what I gotta really zoom out for this. This is crazy. Yeah, okay, here we go. So this right here, this bottom to top, took 1,094 days. So then bottom to top, we're at 1,005. Let's go right here, 1,094. Yeah, see? We're right now, we are right there. 1,094 is right there, which happens to end on, is that it? November 19th. LOL, I watch a lot of the First Amendment audit videos. Dude, I love those videos of like people auditing the police and stuff like that. I think my favorites are when the police are like sitting in their car and the people walk up, they're like, can I help you, sir? And the cop is like, yeah. They're like, you got any drugs or alcohol in the car? It's so good, dude. And the cop's like, what? And then they ask him again. Like some of the people that are making the videos too, they're like, I asked you a question. Do you have any drugs or alcohol in the car? And the cop's like, no. And they like go along with it. It's so funny, dude. That shit kills me. But yeah, what did I say? November. I gotta redo it. I'm gonna redo it. 1,094, I think, was what I was looking for. And I'm gonna start from right here. 1,094. November 26th. So I'm going to mark that. I'm going to go on the 4-hour. November 26th. I want a vertical line. November 26th. Bitcoin dominance goes down, and alt season Supercycle begins on this day? Question mark, exclamation mark. We shall see. So let's see if that happens. November 26th is the goal. That would be pretty sick. Bitcoin 102,917. Congratulations, Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn, once again on your victory. Enjoy your giant dill pickle, your jumbo dill pickle, if you will. Bitcoin chilling. I don't like looking at the moving averages. It freaks me out. I'm gonna get rid of them because it like makes me overthink. Every stupid little line on the chart makes me overthink. I like my stupid little Boo Man shoe. All right. Justin said, howdy, howdy, 6 p.m. Central Time daily close sucks. Why that day? So we measured on dominance. Let me go back to the daily. I guess the moving averages didn't come into play at all. On the daily, from really zoom out here. From this bottom to the top was around 1,094 days. At max, like its longest one, 1,094 right there. So that's bottom to top, and then right here we finally had alt season. We're looking for that again. So going bottom to top, starting from the bottom right there to top, and then alt season. See, we're getting a little kink in our alt season, which I guess. Oh my gosh! Look at this. It's the same exact thing. We got a little taste of alt season, and then it went sideways. Alt season stopped, and everyone probably insisted that the bull market was over and the alt season wasn't going to happen, and then boom, alt season happened again. Proper alt season this time. March, April, May 2021. Again, the 4-year cycle. I'm throwing the 4-year cycle out the window. It's just an arbitrary time frame. I think business cycle wise, we are in that little sideways pause right now, and eventually we're going to get a crack to the downside and number go up. So anyways, that 1,094 days, starting from the Pico low rate here, measuring up to that 26th, that's 1,094 to November 26th. Justin said, looks like accumulation for further drop. Exactly. And we want this to drop. So Bitcoin dominance back here, pre bull market. We got a little preview right here. Little preview of the bull market. And then that sideways accumulation lasted. I'm going to go from here all the way 64 days. So like 2 months. Right now, where we're at, I feel like it's definitely been more than 64 days, but maybe not. I'll go from right here. It's definitely been more than 64. It's been 113. But if we go from right here, it has been 59, 60. So we got maybe 4 more days, maybe 14. I don't know. Totally estimating. We're just throwing stuff out there. Just looking at different ideas, different possibilities. I like all of them though. I really do. So yeah, let's see if we get our big break on the 26th, or if maybe it happens beforehand. Again, no matter what, I'm sitting on my hands. I'm not doing nothing. If I'm not sitting on my hands, I'm accumulating, because the risk reward is just worth me holding everything to zero. Dude, Arrow is almost back at $1.50. Whoa. This thing didn't even like really go down. That's crazy. What's going on? Why does this look so good? Tom Solix Goat said, just in time for everyone to talk crypto at Thanksgiving. Exactly. Yes. And then we get the retail masses. Uncle Frank. Jake Dorton said, haven't seen your live for a while, man. Hope you've changed the plastic on your couch since I've been here. Plastic on my couch. How you doing, my friend? Cheers. I'll do a cheers. Happy Tuesday. Ay. What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? Anyone got any opinions? Arrow looks so good. Let's go see, where is Arrow? Number 69? What? If that's not a sign to buy, I don't know what is. I like to base my buy signals on arbitrary numbers. I mean, that is kind of like what TA is. Look at this. Check this out. You got your little spike, your little deviation, and then your explosion. Is that not what's happening right here? Little spike, little deviation. Hello? Am I crazy? Or is this thing going up to 250? I like that. What is this? 24. This is a daily? That looks nice. I like it. I like the daily. I could buy it on Coinbase as well. Should I just buy some? I'll buy some. Cheers. We were raging on JD Vance and his eyeliner and couch effing. Dude, that's literally one of my favorite things. I just recently watched one of JD Vance like fighting people in KFC. And it was the meme one. And it was so funny, dude. It was so stupid. I gotta see if I can find it. Hold on. this stupid video cracked me up. JD Vance fighting? I don't know. They framed it like he was rescuing somebody or something. It was so stupid. Oh man, I should have been him for Halloween. That would have been so freaking funny. JD Vance fighting AI video. Nope. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna give me like one more minute. I'm gonna try to go through my likes. I know I like everything, but it was really funny. It wasn't that long ago. If you guys have not seen it yet, I did post a video the other day, how to make $1,200 a day doing snow removal in the winter. And I went through the numbers. It's not unreasonable. You got to put work into it. It's not free. It's not free money. You actually have to like work for the money. But if you put the time and effort in, then you can like legit make good money. Where's this video, man? There's no way I didn't like it. This one was really funny. Just made my final car payment. I still owe a lot, just not going to pay anymore. That one got me pretty good. Okay. Give me less than 30 seconds. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Oh, I found it. Thank God. Okay, here it is. He's fighting people at Taco Bell. I'm not going to play the audio. But dude, this is one of the funniest things on the... This is literally why AI should exist. Come on, man. Look at him go. That's my vice president right there. Let's go. Dude, I want so bad for JD Vance to rescue me from a burning building. Herman, please tell me how to buy tokens. You just have to super chat me, Herman. Just super chat me. That's how you buy them. Jake Dorton said, I saw that. That's what my wife said since I have a beard and refuse to play dress up. Dude, that's such a good video. It's so stupid. All right, we got portfolio updates. I forgot to do the portfolio updates, guys. I'm sorry. Bitcoin currently trading at 102,905 and 11 cents. Congratulations, Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn, once again on your victory. Enjoy your gigantic dill pickle, your jumbo dill, if you will. All right, portfolio update. The 1K to 10K Grok portfolio. Buster, super chat me if you want to buy that scam. 1K to 10K Grok portfolio. We are down $342. It's actually not doing that great. None of the assets are in the green. We got a lot of green on a 7-day, though, so that's nice. Starting from the bottom, Fetch is down 58. Aptos is down 50. Proppy's down 44. Render is down 38. Shib is down 38. Otto's down 36. Doge is down 30. ADA is down 29. Near is down 16. And Sol is down 9. Jake said, that's on me. Sorry for the distraction. Oh, no, you're good. I had already gotten into nonsense prior to this anyways. Nothing to do with you. It's not always about you, Jake. All right. Memecoin portfolio. Post Libra, which, by the way, we did just read in the news articles that Argentina seized assets related to the Libra token scam, which was interesting. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. I appreciate you guys for being here. Really helps out the channel when you smash that like button. The Memecoin portfolio is currently down $466. That's crazy. 46.6%. Starting from the bottom, none of the assets are in the green. Starting from the bottom, GigaChad is down 160. Wow, that's crazy. That is actually insane. What even is that? That is 80%, I think. SNEK is down 113. Pepe is down 78. WIF is down 63. And Doge is down 54. John M said, what buttons can I smash to help my portfolio? The buy button, actually. You smash the buy button and don't look at your bank account, and your portfolio will increase in value. The narrative portfolio. This portfolio is one of my favorites. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said, haha, that's hilarious. I never saw that. It's so good, dude. WF Capital said, started from the bottom and we still here. That's a good one. The narrative portfolio, one of my favorites and the most stable, is only down $95, actually. Believe it or not. Tau, legit single-handedly carrying the entire bag. We do have one asset in the positive here. This portfolio is made up of one meme coin, one artificial intelligence coin, one decentralized physical infrastructure coin, one real-world asset coin, and one gaming coin. And it is absolutely killing it. Starting from the bottom, Fetch is down 45. VeChain is down 39. Mana is down 20. Pepe is down 17, and Tau is up 24. Now, the reason I'm not saying dollars is because it also works as percent. So keep that in mind. These are all $100 individual investments, adding up this one to a total of 500. The rest of them are 1,000 for the total initial investment. But we did that specifically so that we could very easily decipher the percentage value. And then last but not least, the perfect entry portfolio, which, by the way, was completely determined by you guys. The community voted on each individual coin, $100 each, and we only added one coin per dip, and it was every time the dip dipped even dippier, and everyone was freaking out, losing their minds, thinking that the market was going to zero. Clearly, we should have waited, but we're still here, and it looks pretty good. We are down $267, and that's 26.7%. Looks good on a 7-day. We do have one asset in the green here. The rest are in the red. Starting from the bottom, Avalanche is down 51. Render's down 44. Pith is down 36. Sui is down 35. Graph is down 31. Ondo's down 28. Crow is down 19. Sol is down 15. ETH is down 12. And Link is up 1.1. Very cool. WF Capital said DCA is the way. I agree all day, very much so. Justin said Bitcoin just did stop run. Maybe time for break up out of this range. That would be sick. And that is it, guys. That is it. That is it for the portfolio update and kind of for the day. Bitcoin is chilling. It actually does look good. It really does. Like, we got this drop, which was a clear liquidity grab. Maybe CME gap, whatever you want to call it. But we got our little double top action, and we're kind of curling down. There's resistance to the downside. We don't seem to be busting levels, you know what I mean? There's clear buying pressure, which is very nice. Rufus said he was going to super chat me $50. Thank you, Rufus. That's very generous of you, instead of shilling some scam. Congratulations once again, Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn, on your victory. My question here is, because we've seen it already, and it's happening one by one, are the altcoins going to pump while Bitcoin's doing its weird thing? And is Bitcoin dominance going to lose 60 without even touching 60.5 and give us an alt season? That is my question. And I feel like that's a pretty good question. Am I wrong? Look at this. I like really zooming out, especially like on the 4 hour, because you can see the concentration of bullish energy on Market Cipher. And we just crossed bearish on Bitcoin dominance. Is it going to establish more bearish energy on the lower portion of Market Cipher, or are we going to cross back bullish again? I don't know. Only time will tell. Mr. Roberts said, thanks, JJ and gang, for the good vibes. Peace. Take it easy, Mr. Roberts. Justin said 102.5 was key support, and we bounced earlier. Been stuck in this range under 103.5. Maybe time to go next level rise. So we were also observing the 50-week simple moving average and 50-week exponential moving average. They were like, I think, $3,000 apart, $3,000 apart on Bitcoin, and we held both of them on the weekly close, so that was a big deal. Like we closed above both of them. John M said, if we don't get an alt season, crypto is basically over. Nobody will ever buy anything but Bitcoin again. I agree, John. I agree with that 100%. But I do think we're going to get an alt season. So, but I do agree with you. If we don't, it's definitely over. If we don't get an alt season, like if we're in 2027 still talking about a potential outbreak alt season, I'm probably going to pivot. I'm not going to lie. We're going to talk about like stock market, maybe Bitcoin. Maybe we'll get into the nitty gritty of like NFTs or something like that, but I'm not going to focus solely on something that's just moving sideways for forever. Like, could you imagine a YouTube channel devoted solely to like silver? Like, it's really fun right now. Really, really fun. But it was not fun at all for what? Since 2013? Imagine from 2013 to 2024 talking about silver for 11 years. Talking about, like, doing a silver YouTube channel. You know what I mean? You can't limit yourself. Gosh, look at the volume. Oh my gosh, holy crap. This volume right here dwarfs even this back here, which did the same exact freaking thing. Are you kidding me? Long is about to print. Let's freaking go. Justin, I hate to tell you, but I'm already in a long. I've been in a long since before I started streaming because I'm an idiot. But in a good way. Sometimes I make money. I just hit my ankle on the chair and it hurts really bad. 15 minute. All right, let's check out the 15. I'm losing my voice. The caffeine is flowing through my veins. We've got 103.55 at 68 cents. Looking good. I feel like I haven't looked at the 15 minute in forever. It kind of feels nice. Feels like home. Yeah, that nice wick right there. I like that. 102 or 103 right now. Are we going to have to touch 102 though? I don't know. I'm iffy. RSI looks great though. It's bouncing off that moving average. You do have a red dot on your momentum weight, but there's plenty of room for upside. Interesting. Is that bullish div? I don't know. I don't know. Looks great. I'm long. Justin said I'm long from 103.25. It came one tick from hitting my stop and bounced. Nice. That's Satoshi's granting you a pass. Thank you, Satoshi. All right, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I suppose I should call it an evening. We had a great stream tonight. We almost went for 2 hours. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Don't forget to smash the like button. Again, we'll be here every single day. Daily close contest, chance for you to win up to $300 daily. It's a ton of fun. Completely free to play. All you got to do is show up, be subscribed, and smash the like button. Congratulations once again, Gourmet Brands Brooklyn, on your victory. Enjoy your jumbo dill pickle. As always, when Bitcoin starts to do its crazy thing, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Smash the like button on your way out. Happy Tuesday and good night. Jake said, thanks, man. Hope you catch you back soon. Of course, man. Every single day, man. And Justin said, crazy. I had an 82 tick stop. Nice. All right. Appreciate you guys. Happy Tuesday. Have a good one.